Hey everybody, welcome back. We're in high spirits, playing well. Good spirits? High spirit? I don't know. Dude, right off the bat. Mowgli MXK9. And we got the good hair too. Help. Send me. Okay. Send me once more. I'm navigating the treacherous waters. Oh! You wouldn't. What do I do? It's a roller coaster of emotion. You start me off. You get me thinking we got a chance at greatness. One of the best starts we ever could have asked for. Good rate of fire, decent HP, doing alright in pretty much every meaningful regard. And then you almost pull it away from me. Is it a lesson? I can't tell. Either way. I don't mean to sound overly dramatic. Welcome back to Northernlion, plays of Binding of Isaac AFTERBIRTH Plus. Had some good runs lately. Had some spotty runs, but keeping our head held high. You know, that's the thing. Gotta learn. Who's, oh, it's from the Ottawa Senators commercial. That's right. You control two things in this life. Your effort and your attitude. I don't believe that at all. You can control your blood sugar to some extent. Caffeine levels. There's many things well within the bounds of your control, and probably many more things outside of it, but simultaneously. I get what he's getting at, okay? I'm not trying to be needlessly reductive. I'll tell you, we will take something else here. I'm going to take Blue Candle. Ooh, that was close. I'm going to take Blue Candle for two reasons. One is, we've never had it. So we need to get it for the save file to begin with. Another is that it's, like, very highly good. I'm going to blow you up. I was thinking about it. I was like, you know, if we wanted to, we could go reckless. There's no real point in going full-on reckless here, because we're about to get a deal with the devil on the next floor anyway. And actually, for once, everything looks good on this run. It started weird with two very strange rooms. We stood in the right place, I feel the need to point out. We stood in the right place to not get hit. On the bomb room, there just happened to be another rock that exploded right there. So I'm not trying to, you know, make it seem like I did nothing wrong. Maybe there was someplace else we could have stood. But we kind of got a low roll there. It's like we learned the pattern for where to stand, and then they're like, by the way, you can't stand there anymore. Either way. Dude, we gotta say, like, in the end, we feel pretty blessed. You know, we took enough damage on that floor to die. We just happened to get enough HP to make it happen, and we're sitting on, like, a treasure trove of damage right here. I'm not going to reroll that yet. I want to, because we could turn it into something that's good for us to begin with. But the Forget Me Now is a very powerful artifact. It's an eldritch tool. We can use for our own benefit. Bombs are getting real rich. I love the Forget Me Now early. I wish that we weren't, you know, being compelled, perhaps, to give up Blue Candle for it. So it really depends on, now the shop, but also the deal with the devil. If we'll probably take the deal with the devil items if our HP remains pretty good. Oh my god, it's the fastest dingle I've ever seen. I don't know, is it better? It's tough to say, right? Are you better off from taking Forget Me Now and having one more easy floor where you might be able to, you know, conceivably get some HP upgrades from the boss, for example? Or are you better off not taking it and living with whatever, you know, the consequences are from this deal with the devil in the first place? I gotta admit, it's kind of tough to say. What I will say right now is when I search my heart of hearts, I feel like I know the answer just based on how much I'm using Blue Candle, and the unfortunate answer is I love Blue Candle. It's very tough for me to look at this and say, you know what, let's get rid of our best item. It's like the Canucks being like, let's trade away Elias Pettersson. Elias Pettersson is Elias Pettersson, but the draft pick we got from trading him away could be anything. It could even be Elias Pettersson. It's a hockey reference. I'm sorry. Come by it honestly. Draft is in Vancouver this year. Not the military draft, I hope. We'll see how that Huawei news shakes out. Anyway. Look, I'm from Vancouver. It's local news. It all happened here. Toothpicks. Great pickup. One too hard item. You know, I'm not going to do it. Not going to do it. Secret room for sure. Love it. Have to go to the shop. Where we might get the kind of spirit heart bounty that would make me wish that I had actually taken one of those deals with the devil. But what are we missing out on at one heart? That's the thing, right? We don't know. I'll buy one. It sucks. Well, I mean, it doesn't suck, but it's not what we want. We're going to donate just so that we can stay ahead of the situation. You know, we want to keep those donations coming. I think we're going to take Forget Me Now. You want to get weird? Let's get weird. GB Bug. Don't talk to me. It's a terrible turn of events. But, on the bright side, we did get a rate of fire up. Oh, maybe it's fine. We just got the ability to fly. Is it worth trading Blue Candle for the ability to fly? That's a hard maybe. I don't know. That's one of those, that's a good would you rather question, honestly. And I gotta be honest, a lot of times, you know, we do this on the show sometimes. We'll come up with would you rathers. There's a website as well that's called, like, The Button. Would you push the button? Would you push the button if you got $1 billion, but all your farts smelled like poop? You know, that's what, like, 80% of the prompts are. You're like, yeah, I'd push the button. Oh, but his farts will smell like poop. Nah. You want to construct a good would you rather question? It has to be in the spirit of, you know, two things that are close together in magnitude. Would you rather have the BLT or the club sandwich? I don't know. I yield. Can't be hitting them with the... It's always ridiculous. You know, some of them are... Admittedly, they get a little touchy. You know, one is like, you could have unlimited money. And the other one is, you could, like, solve world hunger. I have no respect when people try to... They outthink themselves on these. I think it shows no intellectual acumen. To be like, well, if I had unlimited money, I would solve world hunger with that. I agree that it's a poorly constructed question in that unique instance. It came off the top of the head. I'm sorry. However, that's not the spirit of the question. You could use your money for anything, but you couldn't use it to solve world hunger in this unique context, okay? I don't know why you're trying to out... It's not an exercise where I'm trying to construct a jail cell around you and you're trying to think your way out of it like some kind of busted, you know, Sherlock BBC. It's to find out what your values in life are. You know, would you rather have unlimited wealth or unlimited power? That's an easy one for me. I'd rather have unlimited wealth, easily. I don't care about power. You know why? Uncle Ben said it. With great power comes great responsibility. Would you rather be rich or famous? Easy choice. You can tell where I land on that. Doesn't make me, by the way, shallow to say that I would rather be rich than famous. I'll go ahead and tell you. Anybody that would rather be broke and famous versus unknown but wealthy, who's paying your bills right now? Every single one of them is, it rips my beating heart out. Even when it's something I need, like electricity. Those are easy ones, though. Would you rather be bald or go gray? Well, I'm here to tell you. Pretty good chance you're gonna get a little bit of both. No, I'm not gonna go bald. My mother's father has a very thick head of hair, and I've just got a strong feeling. My hairdresser always tells me how fast my hair grows. Is this hitting too close to home? You know, I live that lifestyle. You know, I have to say, I've lived a pretty easy life. One of the greatest injustices ever committed against me. Why do I have yet another floor with a 33.75% chance of a deal with the devil when I just burned off a 33.75% chance of a deal with the devil? Should be 2/3. Tyrone? Should be 2/3? You owe me a brimstone. I'm 1 brimstone in arrears right now. I like these questions. You know, would you rathers are, you know, they're versatile. In college, Would You Rather was a drinking game where you asked gross, inappropriate stuff. You know, you learn whether you'd rather drink your own puke or eat your own poop. You know, stuff like that. But as you get older, the Would You Rather questions are like, they form the foundation of the scaffold that you use to interact with the world around you. We've all made Would You Rather decisions on a daily basis. And even if you choose not to decide, you've made a choice. Would you rather take a stable job or pursue a field that's a little bit riskier, but perhaps more rewarding? You know? What's weird is I'm the stable job guy, and I'm doing this. What I've done is I've turned the profession that is not stable, and still, it's just the illusion of stability. I don't know if I'm going to take Eve's mascara. We did take it recently, but might not fit here. And I've done my best to turn it into a stable job. You know what? Take a little bit more money. Why not? Some people out there feel differently. Would you rather have a 3/4 chance to enjoy yourself playing League of Legends tonight, or do your homework and improve your odds of, you know, being a good student? Does that one hit too close to home? Did I say close to home? You know I don't speak Dutch. Yo, oh, well, tell you what. It's a Pedersen situation. The Eternal Heart is an Eternal Heart, but if we play the Blood Bank, we can get anything, even HP. And speed. And speed, NL, you're right. That isn't even like a nerd moment. The speed is actually worth something. I find the questions interesting, at least. I like that you can tailor them, you know? You can play Would You Rather with a 10-year-old. You know, would you rather, you know, be the best football player in the world or the smartest scientist in the world? And you can play it with a middle-aged father. Would you rather spend time with your kids? They're only going to be young once. Would you rather work late at the office yet again? These questions reveal where our values are. I don't know where I'm going, okay? I'm just kind of trying to get a spacebar item is really what it comes down to. And in the meantime, I kind of got on this track and it got weird and I'm moving on. If I can. Yo. This has been a very balanced run. There's been bad things about it, there's been low rolls, and there's been good things about it. One of the good things, the pill rotation, is out of control. There's a lot of good stuff going on there. A lot of HP that we wouldn't expect to get on our average run. We got a homing tiers, which is very nice. Dude, let's throw Dunce Cap into the mix. This will be interesting. So, again, as far as I'm concerned, this is a 100% chance with a deal with the devil that was not paid out to us earlier, despite the fact that it should have been. You know, I think we do want IV bag. Doesn't work right. You gotta be, like, crazy fast. Okay. I popped the chariot. At least I didn't pop addicted. Okay. We'll take it, because there's a health upgrade in there. Possibly. That's very good. And we did get the health upgrade as well. Yo, dude, this is... You basically couldn't ask for a better situation than this. Just don't give me HP. That's all. Okay, dude, fine by me. Now, I'm going to hit you with the key beggar here. And I'll tell you why. I don't know. Are you holding items that sometimes we would forget existed? This is a strange run. Like, this is a Tim Burton run. I'm going low. You know why? First off, I mean, the money... It might allow us to get to 999 cents. We actually have an engine for that now. Secondarily... That sucks. Still waiting on getting, like, something out of the... Key beggar. Come on, dude. Come on. Don't do me like this. Well, what did we learn from that? I don't know. Things have changed very drastically on this run in a very short amount of time. I'm actually fairly pleased to have IV bag. I don't think, you know, we probably want one of these. I don't think long-term it's going to be our favorite item to take. But again, assuming we actually get a key now that we can use to get into our shop, it could allow us to finally be done with donations. Would you rather be done with donations or be... Okay, let's not. There's our... Well, no donations. What do I like? I would like to buy that key. I wish I'd bought the key. I think actually we should buy every 3-cent red heart too. For this exact reason. We will turn it into more consumables. And money is like unlimited right now. But let's get more of it. Yo, never mind. Are we on Depths 1? We're on Flooded Caves too? Yo, we're going way slower than I thought. I guess we did have, get out of there. I guess we did have, that Forget-Me-Now earlier, but still. Ace of Clubs and all that. So Tarot Cloth is huge. We were probably going to get a deal with the devil regardless. Well, why not? That was, I should talk over that next time. Those are very uncomfortable sounds. Black Candle, easiest buy of all time. I can actually see again. I don't really want King Baby, but we're closing in on getting conjoined. My bad. So why not at least give it a try? Bullet Ball Extreme, it'll catch your eye. That's a what? That's a bullet ball. Bullet ball, that's a bullet ball. Has it been long enough? Do people not know what bullet ball is? It's a bit of an old NLSS reference. It's been a meme in my circle of friends since the summer of 2007 when a YouTube video was uploaded from a television program on American TV called American Inventor. If you haven't heard this one, you're in for a treat. It's a very sad story. Your tolerance for cringe will determine a lot of this. I'm not one of those people who is like, it's so cringy, I can't even watch it. I'm like, dude, put the tap right into my vein. I want to see more. So there's a show called American Inventor. It's kind of like the spiritual predecessor to something like Shark Tank. People come on with their inventions, and then a panel of inventors you've never heard of before but are allegedly quite successful go like, yeah, it's a good invention, or I wouldn't invest in that invention. And it's like American Idol for inventions. Yo, can't even get anything out of that. That's okay. Well, a dude comes up and he goes, you know, Bullet Ball is a high-caliber table game for the 21st century lifestyle. Similar to... What does he say? It's like... Similar to soccer, hockey, and ping pong. Anyway, the point is... His game is Bullet Ball. And the dude is dedicated, like, his adult life to chasing the dream of Bullet Ball becoming an Olympic sport. The game itself, you might ask, picture a circular table and then a ball, and you utilizing your forearms and or hands, you want to knock the ball past your opponent. So then one guy gets up and goes, I like games, I'll give it a try. They're all very incredulous. And then they play like this royalty-free music that's like competitive but great. And I gotta be honest, Mark, the inventor of Bullet Ball, just bodies the bejesus out of the person he's trying to sell the product to, which makes it even better. And after every single win, he goes, my point. And then they're like, hey, what'd you put in the Bullet Ball? And this is where it gets sad. He stops being a quirky guy who invented a game and starts being a real human being with emotions and trauma. You know, he's like, you know, I sold my house, I sold my ex-wife's wedding ring, I'm living in my car. And then they're like, so you have nothing? And he's like, I have Bullet Ball. And anyway, they all pass on him. Now, if you're feeling bad about laughing, first off, why are you trying to act like you're such a good person? Okay? You can feel bad and also laugh. Those things are not mutually exclusive. If anything, it's funny because it's sad. You know, it's all twisted up like that. Either way, though, I heard that there was a bit of, and I don't know, this was like 8 years ago, but I heard that there was a bit of a silver lining, and Mark Griffin had, I mean, I'm not going to say that, you know, there's a popular game, but like it had found play amongst people with physical disabilities because it's a game that you can play sitting down, and basically utilizes just your forearms and or hands. So there is a bit of a feel-good ending. I don't know if it was kickstarted by broadcasting his misery live on television, but, you know, basically, I helped the video go viral by watching it, and now I think his invention has gotten some recognition. So if you said you shouldn't be watching that, guess what? You would have cost Mark Griffin his chance at the big time. Anyway, you should see the video. It's hilarious. Okay, good donations, though. I think we've had broken modem, but we'll grab it anyway. Why are we doing this? Well, I would like to get Sackboy, and the luck upgrades are just the icing on the cake. So this run is an easy win right now. It's not a 10 out of 10 run. It's like a 6, but it's a cool 6. You know, it's and it's a 6 that could get a lot better. You know, especially homing tiers combined with dunce cap. Nobody's riding home and going, this is an amazing run right now. Couple of items show up. Tech X shows up, for example, and all of a sudden we're like, oh my god, this is incredible. Even soy milk actually might be workable here. Regardless, go watch Bullet Ball. I'm not... Is it exploitative content? Yes. There's no question. But it's all exploitative content. Not every TV show is exploitative, I guess. I shouldn't say that. I was going to bring up probably an argument in bad faith that, like, well, you know, a lot of those animated shows you like, well, the animators are working 90-hour weeks and getting paid $700 a month, so, you know, who's exploiting now? But that, again, that's an argument in bad faith. I'm not coming from the position of trying to make amends. I'm coming from the position of trying to get you. However, you know what's a really exploitative show? It's on Canadian Netflix now, but it's originally from Britain. Previously, I thought of Britain, Downton Abbey, Peep Show, Masterpiece Theater. Relatively high-minded television for the intellectual audience. Did not realize there's a subset of British TV that is potentially trashier than American TV. Brits, don't take offense if you agree with me. Because the show is called If You Can't Pay, We'll Take It Away. And it's like Cops, but instead of following police officers, it follows people who repossess vehicles or, you know, evict people out of their homes because they can't pay their... Let's go. because they can't pay their mortgage or are choosing not to pay their mortgage for whatever reason. And I'll admit, you know, I watched the first episode that was on there. First dude, they were like, hey, this dude's not paying his car payments. And you're like, yeah, screw this guy. And he shows up and he's like violent and he wants to fight them. And you're like, what a jerk, take his car. And then the second segment is like, these people have lived in this home for 19 years but can no longer afford to make their mortgage payments. And we like, gotta kick them out. And admittedly, it's not like the officers involved are like, this rules. Hell yeah. They were like, this is somber and sad, but simultaneously, you're kind of watching to be like, what's going to happen when they kick them out? It sucks, dude. It's just like, it's feel-bad entertainment. I didn't even finish the whole episode, because I was just like, this is just bumming me out. Also, got me thinking about a lot of things, like that dude who took out the car loan. It's like, it's predatory to agree that doesn't make sense to me on a legal level. It's like you literally, you take out a loan that the narrator said could have an interest rate as high as 400%. And the way they justify it is, well, you can get approved same day and you don't need credit checks or anything. And if whether you pay or not, until it's paid off, the title of the car defaults to the person who gave you the loan, which is insane. You know, there was a show on Netflix, is a documentary series, really good. I don't know if it's still there. It was called Dirty Money. We gotta check this. And there was an episode about one of these guys who ran a predatory loan company. And it was some serious scumbag stuff. People would take out like a $500 loan, and then they would get a letter in the mail that's like, hey, your minimum payment is 90 bucks. If you pay 90 bucks, there's like fine print. That's like, that's the minimum you can be paid without like basically getting charged because you defaulted on the loan. But if you pay 90 bucks, you're not fulfilling the original conditions of the loan, which are to pay back the 500 bucks within 30 days. So now you owe them. Basically, for 500 bucks, you end up in this trap where you know, I know you're making a joke maybe about student loans in your head right now, but for 500 bucks, you're in this trap for, you know, months, where by the end of it, you might have to pay them $2 or $3 grand in order to justify it. And the whole, I mean, it says a lot. There's another would you rather question right here. The dude was using the money from that enterprise, which was, as far as I know, it was at least legal in principle until the whole fraud thing started. Was using that money to fund his enterprise into becoming a private race car driver. And his whole argument, he got sentenced something crazy. He was a billionaire, but he got fined like 1 point something billion dollars by the courts, and then like 20 years in prison or something like that. Insane. Also, like, kind of owns. But either way, his whole argument was like, well, it's all there in the contract, so, you know, if they didn't want to owe me 6 times the amount of money that they took out, they shouldn't sign the contract. True and not true, in my opinion. People are of the opinion. I say this as somebody who signs a lot of contracts. That doesn't even make me a big shot. In this business, you gotta sign contracts for everything. Sometimes I have to sign a contract. It's not like I have to do it every day. But sometimes, you know, a publisher or a sponsor or something will be like, hey, I want to tell you about something, but I can't until you sign a non-disclosure agreement. And then you sign a non-disclosure agreement and they're like, our game's coming out on PS4. And you're like, okay, don't flatter yourself. First off, look around you. I got nobody to tell. Look at my YouTube channel. It's all Isaac Slay the Spire episodes. I'm not going to make a random video that's just like, hey, game I've never covered, going to PS4, don't tell anybody. You know, I get why they have to do it, but still. Help. Some of these contracts, They got real dumb stuff baked into them. So I read them all. And I talk to my real manager, not Zane, who is the manager I made up to make fun of my colleagues when they do something I think is very dumb. My real manager, and I go, hey, can you email them and tell them to cut this part out of the contract because it doesn't make any sense and I won't do it if they don't. And then, like, every time, they're like, oh yeah, you know, we would never actually invoke that clause, but simultaneously, sure, we'll remove it. I don't think they're acting badly. And, like, I don't think they're bad actors is what I mean to say. I think what it is like, their legal team is like, we're gonna bake into this contract stuff that, you know, makes this contract as good as it could possibly be for us, and then if you choose not to exercise those options, hey, at least they're there. So, I don't know. I think the way that most people think contracts work is that, like, it's literally like signing a deal with the devil. It's like, well, you wrote one soul on the form and then you signed it, so I'm sorry to tell you. You know, you can't just do unlawful things because the person signed away their right to, you know, be treated like a citizen in accordance with the laws of the land. It doesn't work like that. You can't be like, I signed... I mean, it's another discussion. I'm not trying to contract-explain you, but it's another discussion to be had, but you can't just sign something that's like, I consent to be murdered and then eaten. I know there's like, there's a very famous case there. I don't know why, but I feel compelled to say, from Europe. It's like I'm defending my own continent, even though I probably, it doesn't need to be said. As a kid, I was like, dude, how dare they infringe on that man's rights by telling him that he can't sign over his sovereign right to be killed and eaten by a cannibal fetishist. Now that I'm older, I'm like, man, any one of us could be having a bad week. You go on Craigslist, hey, I'll give your family 20 grand if I can kill you and eat you. You're like, I don't know. What's the point? Maybe we need to be protected from ourselves somewhat. Dude, this is a nightmare. What's the game plan? Well, that didn't really help. Well, the game plan, I'm sorry to say, is to build a time machine. Go back and don't take 9 lives, please. I want chili pepper, ghost pepper. Short of the H.G. Wells route, we just got to play our way out of this bucket of syrup, get to the chest, and then rely on our 6.5 luck stat. Okay, I'm not mad, but broken modem kind of caused me some problems there, is all I'm going to say. You know, oh, there's a tinted rock right here. I think that's good enough. Please. Thank you. Remember, you don't have to hit him. Or, let me rephrase. You don't have to shoot right at him. Your shots will still hit him regardless, because of the homing ability. By the way, this is the dream scenario. Didn't get to deal with the devil, no longer the dream. But this is still the dream scenario. We fought him on 1 life 4 times, died every single time, picked up 1 HP, and didn't take any hits. If you're mad about that, you're not paying attention. This is good. Now we get to preserve our HP, whereas if we picked it up on any other life, we'd be dead. Unless it was the safety blanket of having that extra HP that allowed us the mental space to not take more damage in the process. Ooh, now you're thinking. I don't know. Interesting question. Like most interesting questions, I'm going to ignore it and insert some kind of pop culture reference. Wowie zowie. Okay. Tammy's head is doing well enough. These guys, by the way, they became like my least favorite enemies on the cathedral. It's really car battery Tammy's head that's doing it for us. Thank you. So this run, it hit choppy waters, but we're going to pull out of it. I mean, we already have, basically. Mom's key. Ah! Unbelievable chances for luck upgrades. And Dad's ring at the end of it, huh? So Dad's ring, I mean, if you're willing to get up close and personal, a lot of good stuff you can get out of that. Dude, mystery sack, thank you so much. It's amazing how much this run has changed within 10 rooms. You know, we've gone from, we might die against Mom's heart, to, you know, what are we worried about? Or what were we worried about, I guess. Everything is just, it's fallen into place. Now, it's a good reminder that, you know, if you listen to that and you say, well, you're set. You know, you're inviting that evil back into your life. I'm thinking about that and I'm going, you know, we gotta endeavor not to put ourselves in that same danger we were in earlier. The good news is, what put us in that danger earlier? Picking up 9 lives in a situation where it was imprudent. Oh, won't you come out to play? Imprudent. Not with being guppy. The run is good. Your shot's home too. Why jeopardize? Videos on YouTube, imprudent. Okay, you know, briefly I was carrying a tune there. I can't do it forever. Look, I answered a would you rather question earlier in my life. Would I rather sing with enthusiasm or with competency? If I could go back and change my answer, I would do so. But alas, the die is cast. Still peeping. I don't really care whether we have 404 or... actually, you know what I do? This is one of those rare situations. We're not picking a trinket based on the trinkets that are good. We're picking a trinket based on the trinkets that are dangerous. And admittedly, Burnt Penny, kinda blue. Great at getting us to 99 bombs. Not its fault that our bombs are, you know, vanillas. However, yo, good luck there. Well, still. The number of troll bombs it provided us with. Enough to make you squirm. Okay, don't get it twisted. You're actually... that was dumb, but you're still doing okay. It's this is the... oh, Lord. This is the curse of having, like, basically conjoined. Why on earth did I take King Baby? This is the curse of having conjoined, where essentially, my whole muscle memory for this fight is not built around the idea that we should be standing on a 45-degree angle to the boss. So I'm looking for, like, shots coming in, and then I'm getting hit by what, to my brain, appears to be nothing, but is obviously rather, you know, a bevy of shots coming in at 45 degrees instead. Or sorry, coming in straight on when I'm looking on the 45-degree angle instead. Incorrectly, I might add. Not the game's fault, my fault. Hemorrhaged all of our spirit hearts. Like I said, we're back in this situation again. So it's time for another rendition of Imprudent. Won't you come at the play? Either way, 6.47 luck. Chest. I mean, this room is independent of our luck. Infamy's great. 95 homing bombs. Of course. And there goes Holy Mantle on a reckless dodge. But we should be expecting is maybe an aggressive word. We should be hopeful at the prospects for us to get random item drops and maybe improve our run should we need it. Hopefully, we don't even need it. But you can see for yourself when we're bereft of a Tammy's Head charge, everything just gets that much more spotty. Huge. So even just getting Demon Baby is pretty sizable. Although with King Baby, not as nice as I would like, admittedly. Oh, I almost blew that one. I think we're fine. Could we beat Blue Baby on 1 HP? Yeah, with a few tries, I think that the odds of that are pretty high. Wow, it worked. I just thought we'd hold it until they rushed us and hope for the best. And we're just going right up the spine. Yo, what's going on with our... Oh, it's 404. I was like... No, you know, I had 404 all wrong. I always get it confused with no button, which, if I remember correctly, is no more spacebar items. So I was like, what's going on with our tiers? They're all screwed up. I was gonna say, we'd earned one. Sure, actually, Little Horn is fine. Considering our rate of fire, we should do quite a lot of damage with Little Horn. And any minions are gonna get erased. Not bad. Certainly don't need 91 homing bombs. Or I'm worse than I thought I was. Yeah, Little Horn on that room alone did a bunch. Lucky us. Dude, we got an infamy payout there that was extremely lucky. And don't at me, we did not get carried. At a high enough level, luck is indistinguishable from skill. And skill is indistinguishable from magic. Or magic mush. Thank you, infamy. Okay. Screw you, infamy. Yo, we got a boss working for us? No. Stay cool. Just don't get hit. I know it's not that easy. Like, literally stop firing and just place bombs. How dare you? Second secret room? I still don't think we're in danger. I still don't think we're in much danger. No. Not afraid. Not too afraid. Dude, I gotta tell you. Broken modem. What are you doing? Why did I take this item? It's not Broken Modem's fault. I mean, I got hit 10 times on the Isaac fight. But I'm like, dude, Broken Modem. He's making it... Oh, thank you, Infamy. He's making it so much harder to dodge the shots because it randomly freezes the enemies in place. I'm doing rooms. This one, you kill. I deserve that. That's hard for me to face, but the problem is me. I don't know what's the sticking point here. I feel like it's Dunce Cap, but it's hard for me to swallow because it's an item I've gone to bat for in the past. By the way, I did try to kill Oh, the blue famine last to get that spirit heart. It was part of my chance for success here. Did not work out. Certainly, greed fight, not what I'm looking for either. Dude, I don't know. We actually might be screwed. Yeah, Yum Heart's not gonna... Sorry, what I meant to say is this ain't it, Chief. There we go. HP, HP, HP. If we get HP here, we got carried. How are you alive? That's not what I meant by HP game, and you know it. What I'm going to say right now is I think we went one level of Zane too deep. Hilarious. The irony being, if we can live through a single hit, we'll probably get a Spirit Heart, and that might be enough to live. When I say we went one Zane level too deep, what I mean specifically is I think Broken Modem plus Dunce Cap is overflowing the Zane buffer in my brain. Whenever I'm dodging a shot and the bullets just stop, you know, in theory, that should be great. In practice, I'm like, I have no idea what to do. It just short circuits my, you know, whatever cognitive pathway the game's taking right now. You gotta stay away from me. I can't shoot straight, so, like, I can't be there. You're still alive? Just the quarter? Dude, Gimpy. I'm not mad, but would it have killed you to not be Gimpy and instead be Dark Bomb? Thus guaranteeing us the fruit of our ill-gotten endeavors? Well, we threw it all at the wall. Time to see what sticks. Like, we've exhausted this floor. I still think there's only one way to play it. You go in, you pop this, you place a bomb, and try not to get rattled by the modem. And I'm telling you, it's not working out. Yep, you're bringing me back and I appreciate it, don't get me wrong. I'm not even shooting, because I'm just trying to focus on the enemy's shots. And even then, they also disappear for a second when Broken Modem goes off. And my brain is like, I am not equipped to handle whatever's happening up there right now. I'm almost to the point where I'm like, just let Demon Baby kill the enemy. Dude, if the shots have a curve, God help me. Holy crap, we're gonna win. Yeah, let's go fight Delirium. Not. Hey, thanks for watching. We made it. Ooh, if you enjoyed it, click the like button. It helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya.